Well, hey everybody. I'm Jan Erickson from Stepping Aside, and welcome to the weekly Esoteric Influences here. Let's see, it's for the 15th through the 21st of November, 2020. I added a little bit to the post. I haven't done the post yet completely. I've got part of it done on the blog, but I've sent the newsletter out. So if you got that, I've also posted that to Facebook and Twitter. So you might see it there. You want to open it. You're just looking at the newsletter, which you can sign up for, by the way, by going over to Stepping Aside, my blog, over at imsteppingaside.com. You can sign up for that there. Over on the side panel, just up somewhere toward the top, you'll see, just kind of scroll down a little bit till you find it. But there's just a little place it says sign up for the newsletter. You just put your email in there and it goes to my email software, or my newsletter software rather. And then I do it and I hit send to whoever's on the list. So anyway, you can get that. That's already out. Or you can just wait to look and see it, listen here or look on the blog for it, just to get your daily forecasts there. I don't do it daily, a separate post anymore, though. I just do it this way now. So anyhow, I added a section at the top for the active human design channels this week. I do the charts for 8 in the morning. I do the same for the lunar transits, unless the moon is shifting or something in the day, and then I'll take a look at what the transits are at that time as well. Usually they stay the same for the whole day, but sometimes they shift a little. So I try to include, just the high points there for the lunar stuff. But anyhow, overall, I'm going to begin with those, though. The active human design channels this week are awareness, structuring, and surrender. So with awareness, we're talking about the sudden, it reflects sudden knowing, inspired thought, or renewal. Structuring is about describing inspiration and insight that's understood, incorporated, and then expressed. Surrender is about describing the ability to convey a new direction to the group based upon shared memory of the past. So the surrender kind of has to do with accepting that, there's some stuff we can learn from the past. And so you're not really surrendering to that, but to the process, the Degas process, which Degas actually is the rune for Saturday. So we'll talk about what that is. It's kind of the idea of one door closing and another opening, or one period ending and a new one beginning. And I think we would all agree that that's kind of where we are now, unless you're on the side that's resisting all of it. I don't know. I don't understand any of that, because the same side seems to be resisting wearing a mask and socially distancing and trying to survive the virus too. So I don't know. That there's some I don't know, some coalescence there that I don't quite understand the reason for. But in any event, today's on Sunday the 15th, our numerology is a 6, so an 11 for the month, a 6 for the day, and 22 for the year. So awakening and illumination for the month, higher self, harmony, that kind of stuff, shared direction and all that for the 6. 22 is the cosmic builder, another master number like the 11, and that's the profound soul level manifestation or change. So again, we're in a year where this is happening. It's just, where is it going to go? Are we going to be able to get on the same path together, or are we not? But in any event, Bunyo is the rune for today, for Sunday. Today, I tend to say today throughout, so it's like no, I have to break myself of that, because I'm talking about a whole week. Bunyo is it's an earth element rune. It's the wish rune: peace, joy, fellowship, harmony, success, all of that. Kata Draconis is the geomancy rune, however, and that's more about. Let me see if I can find it here. I forgot to get these out. That's the tail of the dragon. Is this Kata? Yeah, that's Kata. So we're talking the tail of the dragon, or the south node of the moon influence. And so you're talking karma. That's why I think it's considered an evil influence. I don't see it that way. You can think of it as the end of the matter, or again, past life stuff or what have you, because that's really what it's talking about. I mean, it can talk about past within our current life too, but generally speaking, the influences are a little weightier than that with Kata Draconis. And the moon is in Scorpio. Well, let's see, it just transitioned into Sagittarius a few minutes ago at 7:47 a.m. my time, Pacific Standard Time. And of those 3 human design channels that I mentioned, let's see, awareness and structuring are in effect today. So pay attention to messages from Spirit today to remain both focused and balanced. Express compassion and benevolence to others, providing comfort where needed, and let go of perceptions that don't promote harmony and fellowship with all. While the moon transitions into Sagittarius, which it has in the morning, let's see, you may feel like exploring new experiences. However, if sharing that experience with others, when sharing that experience with others, intention arises, avoid overreaction and impulsive behavior. That's the moon sesquisquare Mars. Again, moon and Mars together, it doesn't always work well. You may simply be feeling sensitive today to the impact of others, as well as your own emotional well-being. So again, as with today's numerology, pay attention to synchronicities or message from Spirit and become transformed. That's the moon trine Chiron. Chiron has a bit of a transformative effect that way. The wounded healer and all, we should be paying attention to our demons and the message it brings, and then transmuting them into spirit instead of feeling like it's a fixed thing in our lives, because it really isn't. They just open up areas of healing for you, is all it does. And so if you're feeling that, it's like, okay, that's a place to heal. But anyway, as a new direction forms, a misuse of power is still disturbing the path forward. Mercury's influence in today's human design chart suggests that you stay the course and keep your emotions in check. A collective realignment is taking place, and much reevaluation is required, with each one on his or her own timetable here. And I think that's clear. You know, we're still very, very, very far apart here. Let's see. That said, know that harmony can be maintained during this time of both hope and limitation, while the path forward becomes clear. Now on Monday, we have a 7 energy for the day. It's the 16th, so 6 and 1 is 7. So a little balance there too. You could look at that between awakening, and we do that again on is it the 21st? Is that where we have the 3 energy? Or no. The 20th, Friday. Same sort of energetic experience there, where there's some balance there between awakening and manifestation. So we have the 7 energy. We have Gebo, which is a good alignment for that. That's balanced energy exchange with others. Amisio deals with loss, but it can mean loss of maybe imbalanced energy with others. You could think of it that way. So letting go of that. The moon's in Sagittarius, and the human design channel that's active is awareness. So again, remember that awareness, again, is sudden knowing, inspired thought, renewal. In any event, discernment will be required on Monday as deception continues. Lots of lies still coming from you-know-who. Step back and take an observer role so that you find the clarity that others wish to conceal, because they do. As you let go of perceptions that no longer serve on Monday, engage in a balanced manner with others, respecting individual differences and embracing a more unified path. With the moon still in Sagittarius, your leadership may be called on today. Sagittarians are quite leadership oriented. My husband's a Sagittarian. If so, remember that a single-minded approach may prevent the diversity of opinion necessary to achieve the best outcome. So let people in, listen to others with respect and with an open mind, and include them in the process. That's moon again, trine Mars. So a little easier relationship with the trine and Mars today, between Mars and the moon. I said today, see, I did it on Monday. Aligning with Monday's numerology, the human design chart reinforces the notion that deception is still undermining a unified direction forward, and only an honest approach will transcend negative forces. Keep emotions in check and watch for the right moment to express your voice, avoiding the need to win the debate at any cost. Know that principled beliefs will carry you forward, irrespective of any confusion that may exist now with others. Tuesday, the 17th of November, that's an 8 energy. 1 and 7 is 8. We're talking strength there, the leadership skills, all of that, a greater level of harmony, awareness of the collective consciousness, and all of that. practical things like that. Isa is the rune, Norn rune, the first of 2 this week. The static realm, eye stillness, will development, contraction, alignment in higher self, source presence. Also freezing unwanted behavior and situations. It also represents consciousness. But on Tuesday, also conjunctio, I'll finish that. It's like, oh, let's just move on. It's like, no, you can't move on yet. So here's conjunctio. Kind of looks like an hourglass, doesn't it? The days of our lives. And all of that, and the human and the moon travels into Capricorn in the morning from Sagittarius at 8:35 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Tuesday. So another morning transfer of moon energy. So most of the transitional energies happen probably either while we're getting ready for work or we're still asleep, one of the two, depending on when you wake up in the morning. Human design channels for Tuesday, are we still Tuesday? Tuesday is awareness and surrender. So practical concerns are in focus on Tuesday, and it's best to understand the greater picture before making any decisions. If approval is needed from others, take time to explain the situation and graciously accept their input. When a direction is determined, that collaborative effort will foster more than simply a successful outcome. Putting in that time, collaborating with others, actually creates something, right? Something bigger that you can then go back to and rely on. As the moon travels from adventuresome Sagittarius to Capricorn's more grounded approach on Tuesday, practical matters such as making progress on current projects or planning for the future are in focus. Pay bills and attend to repairs while remaining flexible enough to discover new opportunities that arise. That's the moon trine Uranus, the planet of surprises. Delegate responsibilities and take time out for reevaluation if necessary on Tuesday as you continue to establish a new framework. Collaboration with others, again, is key to your overall success, as is remaining flexible, even in the face of superficiality. Not everyone is at the same level of experience or commitment, and it may take time for everyone to be fully on board. And that's from the Human Design and I Ching Influences for Tuesday. Now, Wednesday, the 18th of November, that's a 9 energy, so energy of completion and endings and all of that. The rune is Fehu, a fire element rune meaning wealth and cattle. It's also known as ascending rune in magic. Let's see. And conjunctio again joining is our geomancy rune again for the day, not just on Tuesday, but on Wednesday as well. And the moon is fully in Capricorn on Wednesday. Awareness and surrender are the channels for the day, and as one door closes, another one opens today see, I did it again, on Wednesday, as you begin with a fresh perspective and pursue new experiences, joining with others to maximize success. Remain sensitive to others, though, as change can be difficult for some to embrace. Should conflict arise, it may be due to feeling off your game, or it may be that emotions are in flux. Let your discomfort subside by vigorous activities such as walking, running, or martial arts. That's the moon squaring Mars, so a little tension there may erupt just within. A weak conjunct between the moon and Pluto may still be impacting your emotions on Wednesday, so try to understand the meaning behind your reactions and transmute them to spirit awareness. Use your experience on behalf of others on Wednesday, guiding them toward a higher path. Refuse to allow ego, your own or that of others, to engage in superficiality that negatively impacts the new direction. Instead, make every attempt to realign perceptions in preservation of a greater shared truth. If limitations or restrictions occur, rise above them to determine the best path forward, but by no means remain isolated from others. All voices are necessary, including your own, and that's from the Human Design chart on Wednesday. Thursday, we have a 1 energy for the 19th of November. 9 and 1 is 10, which reduces to 1, so new beginnings and all of that. Nauthiz, giving you the friction within to do all of that, is the rune for the day. Acquisitio, okay, where are you? Is this you? Yes. Acquisitio is the geomancy rune, and that's gain. And the moon is in Capricorn until a little bit later in the day at 12:25 p.m. when it travels into Aquarius. And again, the Human Design channels remain awareness and surrender. Intuition is strong on Thursday as new opportunities take form, and your unique leadership style is appreciated by others. Overcome limitation or restriction by organizing the collective group energy toward a positive outcome. The moon travels from practical Capricorn to intellectual Aquarius in the early afternoon, when your attention turns from a focus on goals or practical concerns, moon trine the midheaven in Virgo, to one involving intellectual pursuits. That's where the Aquarian influence comes in. You may experience some difficulty when expressing your feelings to others, and you may not feel comfortable around people closest to you when feelings are coming up. That's the moon square Venus. If self-esteem or self-confidence are lacking, moon conjunct Saturn there. As you learn to let down your guard and trust those closest to you, though, your overall discomfort should dissipate. Lead others by example on Thursday, but do give them the space to grow as you work together to reestablish a strong foundation. Respect the input offered by others and avoid hypocrisy at all costs. If you feel your values are threatened, however, you may need to withdraw somewhat to understand the greater picture. If your concerns are for naught, you can return to the group to offer further insight, which I'm sure would be welcome, given, the leadership, aspects of your personality that people have grown to trust and appreciate. It's just when it breaks down and you don't listen to other people that you can lose some of that. So be aware of that. So again, as we said, about the 7 energy, we have a 2 energy for Friday the 20th, so 11, 2, and 22. So you kind of have a decision point or a balance point or whatever, again, between awareness and illumination with the 11 and manifestation or change, profound change with the 22. And usually with the 22, you're really looking at a dual alignment there between self and others, or self and the other side of self, basically. Understanding and bringing that awareness into your immediate reality instead of, relegating everything to ego or personality. You need to have higher self come in and understand that when you see everything and everyone around you, that's the other side of self. So I know that's perplexing, but it's true. So Willow, the rune of the will, healing, higher self, illumination, the link between spirit and form is the rune for the day. Let's see, Amicio, which is loss, which is the opposite of gain, acquisitio. So you just turn it upside down and you've got Amicio. But again, Amicio again, where we have the loss of something here. And awareness and surrender are the human design channels for the day, with Aquarius being the where the moon is. But we have this 11-2-22 numerology for Friday, signaling balancing inspiration with manifestation, like we did on the 7 energy day. Allow higher self to inform your decisions, and as you understand the cause and effect of outmoded paradigms, let go of perceptions that no longer serve you. Although the moon in Aquarius tends to foster a more intellectual attitude, a sextile between the moon and the ascendant, which is in Sagittarius, softens things a little bit, and you express empathy and compassion easily to others on Friday. Intuition is strong, and you listen to the concerns of others with respect and sensitivity. That said, you may also experience some indecision today if you aren't able to find middle ground, and that's the moon square Mercury. Avoid arrogance if in a leadership position, and remain unattached to your own perspective. Embrace a team approach with others in your charge so that a collaborative effort brings success. That's by not hanging on to your views so tightly that you cannot allow for the input of others. Remember that a path that is shared with others fosters preservation of both stability and continuity, and know that adaptability is favored over restriction, and that's the human design and I Ching influences for Friday the 20th. Lastly, on Saturday the 21st of November, we have a 3 energy that day, so 11, 3, and 22. Degas is our rune, as I mentioned before, for today. All doors open, daylight, dawning, new beginnings. Well, endings and beginnings, because you've got this type of energy with basically you in the center. Fortuna Major is the rune for today, so greater fortune. That's the for on Saturday, the geomancy rune, so greater fortune. The moon travels into Pisces from Aquarius at 8:06 in the evening time, Pacific Standard Time. So you've got all day, pretty much most of the day, with Aquarian moon energy there. And only the channel of awareness, again, sudden knowing, inspired thought renewal, is active on Saturday. So ambition is strong on Saturday as you focus on details that influence success. It's time to think outside the box, though, and allow higher awareness to guide your decisions as a new path is unfolding. And get out of the ego and all of that, and the egoic reaction. Emotions increase over the late afternoon and into the evening as the moon travels into Pisces. And you may feel like staying closer to home. Pisces are kind of homebodies. Conjunct between the moon and Ceres, as well as a square with Juno today, the outer goddess planetary bodies, asteroids, whatnot. Saturday, so I did it again, suggests close relationships with female friends may be just what you need to feel loved and nurtured. Get together online, though, with close friends or family to feel revitalized, particularly now that the virus is on the increase and safety of all is at stake. Please do this online. The virus is out of control, and as the winter progresses, it's going to get monumentally worse. And we're going to be coping with things that we could never have imagined, simply never have imagined. So this business of not wearing a mask or going to Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever with family, oh my God, no, don't do that. Do not do that. Please do not do that. This is the worst part of this right now until that vaccine is ready, and we don't even know about that yet. Not really. We have some information that's good, but oh my God, please, 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 listen to the CDC, listen to the doctors, listen to the scientists, listen to Dr. Fauci, please. Approach all situations on Saturday with the utmost humility so that a higher purpose influences your interactions with others. Contribute to the discussion when the timing is right so that you attract others to a cause that transforms the collective. Know that creative solutions are possible from harmony between shared values and ideals, and that a consistent, disciplined approach will be necessary to maintain progress. And I think that's from the human design chart for Saturday, and I really believe that that's talking directly about what we do vis-a-vis this virus, how we approach this. We've been told, and you've got a whole bunch of us, a big chunk of us, who don't seem to want to listen. Please, please, I beg all of you, wear a mask. Stay apart right now. Do not leave your home if you do not have to. If you do, go out with a mask on. Do not just fool yourself into thinking that a face shield alone is enough. It is not. You don't see doctors and nurses wearing just a face shield. We see them wearing a mask underneath. My husband and I, we ordered some face shields online, and we're going to be adding that to the masks that we wear if we do have to go out grocery shopping. And we're going to try and do most of what we can do online and have it sent to us. Because what we witnessed last weekend at the grocery store tells us that people are not going to wear masks now, and it's going to cause people to become so ill. And we just haven't had that much of it here in our area, but that's going to change. That's going to change, especially if people ignore what the doctors and the scientists are saying about this. So please, please, please see this as with the seriousness that it is, and just stay home. Don't go around family right now. You don't want to infect anybody. We don't always know when we have the virus. If we're asymptomatic, you spread it without knowing it. And that's the last thing anybody wants to do. You don't want to lose people, and we're going to, because there will be those that simply won't listen, and they won't be effective when they do. You'll see them wearing just face shields or some weird contraption with a little piece of plastic the size of a tarot card. I mean, realistically, this is as big as it is. In fact, it's probably not even that big. Take the top part of it off. And that's what I've been, these two old guys, a strap around the chin and this little tiny piece of plexiglass just right here. Are you kidding me? This is, anyway, sorry for the rant, but this is serious, folks. I want everyone to survive. Please, please, please. Stay home over the holidays. Don't go anywhere. Don't celebrate with family. Just call them up, text them, Go do a Zoom thing, whatever you have to do. But stay home and protect yourself, protect your family, protect your friends. Do not gather together this year. Just don't. And maybe next year we can do that, but not now. This is not the time. This is the time to be disciplined and vigilant and stay the course. And if you haven't been, get on board with it. Please, please. We need everyone in this country. We don't need anybody dying from this. We don't need any more deaths from this, but we're going to have them. So please protect yourself, please. So with that, I guess that's done. I'm going to go finish writing this up on the blog, and so you'll see it there. I'm going to look at this and then post it over there on the side panel. I think this week I'm going to go ahead and do the respiratory herb video, so look for that as well. That'll probably happen on Wednesday. Tomorrow and Thursday we'll do Somewhat Daily Tarot and Rune, and that video will be up as well on the side panel and also here. So I hope you subscribe, you know, and to I'm sorry for the ranting, but this is such a terrifying time. And everything, my intuition, my empathic awareness, all of that is telling me that we have to buckle down now. And we have to let go of whatever, you know, weird ideas we have about this that are not helping, and get on board and preserve life as much as we can going forward here. So anyhow, I hope you have a good week. And be good to yourself, be good to one another, and blessed be.